All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 007423, 2024 CR 007444, 2024 CR 6757, State versus Noah Javier Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced? And are you Noah Javier Gonzalez? And each of these cause numbers, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
And cause number 2024 CR 007423. Are you the same Noah Javier Gonzalez who's placed on deferred adjudication for theft of property, $2,500 but less than $30,000 on September 23rd, 2024 for a period of 4 years? Are you the same Noah Javier Gonzalez who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 007444 for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on September 23rd, 2024 for a period of 4 years? And are you the same Noah Javier Gonzalez who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 6757 for the offense of theft of property, $2,500 but less than $30,000 on July 16, 2024 for a period of 2 years? Is that you? All right. State, are you proceeding on the same allegation in each motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, State, you may proceed.
Violation of condition number 4. Defendant Noah Javier Gonzalez. Defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed in the month of December 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
And each cause number, how do you plead to that, true or not true?
The state will waive and abandon the remaining violations in each cause number.
Any objection?
No objection.
In each cause number, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and each cause number, the court could sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000.
And we're off. 3 felony cases, 1 young defendant, and a judge who isn't here for excuses. Watch closely. This is where probation violations can make or break someone's future.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4 in each cause number? In each cause number, the court will find violation of condition number 4.
Sure.
Is there a proposed agreement?
There is state believes that defense may want to speak to a condition before there's an agreed recommendation.
And what is the recommendation?
That is to deny the state's motion to continue probation on deferred in all 3 cases, but to amend conditions to now include safe PF in each 3 causes.
Yeah, we want to get addressed that if we could. Run some. What do you call it?
All right, so here's the question. Was he in a coma? Because we haven't seen him since December. So is there a reason why nobody's seen him since December? Because that's December, January, February, March, April, May.
Pause. Did you catch that? By admitting he missed probation, Gonzalez just opened the door to 2 years in jail and a $10,000 fine. Probation isn't just a slap on the wrist. It's basically a contract with the court. Break it, and the court can bring the hammer down. Would you risk it for missing 1 check-in?
June, and now we see you 7 months later. So is there going to be information that he was in the hospital or being held hostage in some kind of way he couldn't make it? All right, let me hear the mitigation. I'll keep an open mind. Let me hear mitigation. Who are you calling?
Mission first. His mother is here also.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
No, I'm the others.
All right, you may proceed.
You've been incarcerated in that county how long?
Clark County and come from.
And how long? My question to you is, when were you incarcerated on this incident?
Since August 2014.
14, okay. For August of June 14th, what was your status as far as residing with your mother?
I ended up having to go live with my father in Marble Falls. He offered me to come out from probation officer. She knew that I went out.
Oh, the probation officer gave her blessing from you.
I didn't prove that and job. I was with Marble Falls.
Do me a favor. Will you tell us finish my question before you answer? She said, yeah, you said. That way we can look in there. So, when did you go live with your dad from Marble Falls?
2 months after my release.
When was your release?
I was here November. I was in November, since November 2020.
2022. So, how many times have you reported to the people from Marble?
Unfortunately, I fall out from that.
Okay. When you say every week, when What you report the dates you when you came to report the week?
It was once a week. I don't know the exact dates. Once a week. Every time I'm traveling, come back to my
And
So I'm sorry. So is he saying that he actually reported December? Is that testimony I'm hearing?
yes, I did report to you and honestly.
No. Here's my thing. I don't understand the plea of true if he's telling the court that he reported December 2024. If he's
7 months off the radar. The judge is basically saying, unless you're in a coma or kidnapped by aliens, I better hear a good excuse. This is courtroom skepticism at its finest. She's daring the defense to sell her a believable story.
saying he was reporting, then sounds like we need to have the probation officer zoom in. Nobody has any objection. Tell the court that he was actually reporting. He's just pled true to not reporting for December 2024. And what I can tell you, usually when it says you haven't reported since December 2024, that means that probation has not seen you since December 2024. And then
yes, you don't mean to.
no.
The allegation says he didn't report in December 2024. No. He didn't report that in January from the month ago. I don't believe it says that, but I could be wrong.
No, it says in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Noah Javier Gonzalez did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month in December 2024 in violation of condition number 4. So my understanding about rules of, conditions of probation, you got the record. They will give you a specific date to report in December. You don't get to choose which date you report from. They'll tell you, we want you here on December 14th, whatever they'll tell you. Once you report, they mark it off that you report. And then they'll tell you the next month what day they want you to report. And usually it's the same day unless something happens and it falls on the weekend. So what I'm hearing from your client is he's telling the court he reported December. Is that what I'm hearing? Do we need to have the probation officer zoom in? Because if he reported, then I don't know why we have this motion to revoke. They're saying they haven't seen him since December 2024. And if he's telling me he's reported, then maybe he shouldn't be here.
Judge, I had to go back to the stuff. As to December, you didn't report. Is that what you're saying? So all the other months you reported? Is that what you're telling
I don't remember reporting in December. I know for a fact I reported multiple times. Those months that I don't have.
Mr. Abrams, this needs to be cleared up. Is it possible? Does anyone object to the probation officer zooming in?
No, he does not.
The offense is not.
All righty. And Ms. Abrams is saying he reported here in Bexar County. So if y'all have a seat, the probation officer will zoom in and we'll see what's going on.
Here's the twist. He pled true to not reporting, but now he's testifying that he did report. That's like confessing to skipping school, then arguing you had perfect attendance. In court, contradictions like this can crush credibility faster than the actual violation.
Not from the offense.
All right. Officer Neal, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand if you'll state your name and occupation for the record.
Keanu Neal, supervision officer.
All right. Does anyone want to question her about the allegations in the motion?
The state may begin. Officer Neal, the state read a violation. It was number 4, that in Bexar County, defendant failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of December 2024. Violation of condition number 4. Defendant did plead true, but then there was discussion as to whether defendant did or did not report in December. So the state's one question would be, according to your records, did defendant report for the month of December as directed according to the condition of his probation?
No, he did not. Did have collateral contact with his mother, but not him.
Now, does collateral contact count as reporting under the terms of the contract?
No.
And would that have been described to defendant? Like, did he know collateral would not work?
I think at that point he had just got out of custody. He was in the county for offense prior to. So I didn't get him just yet.
You have not met.
No.
Now, when probationer is released, does someone go over the terms when he's released? Or that would be you and that did not happen?
Correct. We were waiting for that appointment, which he didn't show up to.
Now, he's not showing up to the appointment to violation?
Correct. It's coming to report for that month.
Then, Your Honor, the state does not believe we have any further questions.
Any questions?
Were you aware that Mr. Gonzalez would try to transfer his probation to the other county?
Yes. We did talk about that, and he said that he was no longer looking to transfer his probation.
And are you at the Windcrest office, is that right?
Correct.
And how many times did you see Mr. Gonzalez during the time that he was on probation?
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times. So that would have been, was it once a month reporting?
Well, he's on weekly.
Okay. So do you know what months that he reported to you if it was weekly?
Second. All right, can you give me a second so I can get that information for you? All right, he did come in February in 2025.
What about March?
Yes, he came in March.
How about April?
Hold on, I'm scrolling through to make sure. I do not see where he reported in April.
Did he show up in May?
No.
And he's been in custody, if you know, since June the 14th, is that right, this year?
Correct.
So, April and May he did not, then he was arrested in June, is that my understanding?
Yes.
So he's been in custody roughly about a month and a half.
Correct. And he did have a couple issues with charging his device, his GPS device as well.
So was that mainly due to money?
So charging it has nothing to do with money.
Right. So what was the, did he have a solid residence at the time that he was on the report?
So we did talk about how he did have some family issues.
And were those family issues regarding his mother?
Correct.
And in essence, his mother was not allowing him to stay at her house, is that right?
Yes.
So when he would go to Marble Falls, is it your understanding that he would spend the night in Marble Falls?
We did talk about it a couple times. I tried to get him to give me proof of residency there.
But you did understand that he was contending he was living in Marble Falls and he needed not to report to you.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
You did understand that he was living in Marble Falls. That's what he was saying, and he was traveling back to report to you.
So yes, I was gonna get him to provide me proof of residency so we can get it together.
Okay. And the allegations or the allegation of not reporting, it's not like you're saying that you haven't seen him since December, right?
No. So I did see him periodically through the time that he's been on.
Well, do you know how old Mr. Gonzalez is?
He's 19.
19. Okay. And so you would say that's a pretty young man? Do you agree with me on that he's a young man?
Yes, he's grown.
And Mr. Gonzalez took some UAs for you as well, did he not?
He did.
And they were all negative?
Correct.
Did he ever give you any concern that he was using drugs or alcohol?
I received some anonymous phone calls that he may have.
That never was borne out of the test, right?
No.
Any further question? All right. So here's, and this is not a question for you, but it's a question for attorneys. I didn't give anyone permission to reside in Marble Falls. That's one of my questions. And my other question is, his mom wouldn't allow him to live with her, then why is she in court? What is the purpose?
Judge, I think she wanted to explain that. I think she's here to support him. She may not agree with everything Mr. Gonzalez is doing, but she's here to explain that she loves her son, and she hopes that one day he'll do it right. And
all right. All right, that'll be noted. Your mother loves you. She hopes one day that you can get your life together. Do you understand? You haven't been doing things that you need to do in order to get your life together. Because I had you on a curfew, I had you on GPS. There were no issue with fees. Fees were waived. He's supposed to be on curfew, but he's just doing what he wants to do. Oh, let me go to Marble Falls. And I know I specifically told you if there's an issue, all you had to do was contact probation. You're here for 3 felonies, and now it appears someone wants to do this. He's only 19. He tried to report, didn't do it well. He's on probation for 3 felonies. And, somebody wants to put some boots eyes at me as though, I'm 19, woe is me. I don't understand.
No, Judge, I don't think that's what really is trying to be conveyed. I think what it is that Mr. Gonzalez had not been in this position before, and I think that out of necessity, because he couldn't live with his mom, he had to go live with his dad, and he doesn't reside in
He would pick up the phone, he can call probation and come back to this court on all the trips that he would come back to this court and say, Judge, I have an issue. I can't live with my mom.
I did tell her about my situation when I went going to Marble Falls, and I did ask them questions about compliance to go over it. I never got a compliance.
Nobody came to me with a compliance hearing. So, State, what are you asking for?
You originally asked for the plea motions to be denied.
This is the turning point. The judge is fed up. 3 felonies, GPS monitoring, curfew, and still doing whatever he wants. She even compares his courtroom look to Puss in Boots' eyes. Brutal. Let me ask you, should age, being just 19, buy someone more chances, or is the law the law?
Safety, foremost structure, environment.
All right, so here's what's going to end up. One of 2 things. He's not getting out of custody. How he wants to spend that depends on him. 1, I can revoke you, and I understand you have issues. You're 19. You say your mom doesn't want you living with her anymore. So I can send him to the state jail facility, and I'll send him to the state jail facility for 200 days. Or he can await transfer to inpatient drug treatment. Those are his only 2 choices. What, you want to just do your time? All right, so let me explain. I'm going to give you a chance to talk to your attorney about that. Because let me just tell you what that's going to be. That's going to be a felony conviction. Have you ever had a felony conviction before? We can go off the record. There are consequences to felony convictions. And let me just tell you, what you're charged with, the theft cases, those are what are called crimes of moral turpitude. If you were to be charged with murder, be convicted of a murder, that's not necessarily a crime of moral turpitude. That is. And that is a stain on your record and having gone to prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon against somebody who wasn't a female, because charges against females are crimes of moral turpitude, right? And with crimes of moral turpitude, that means that anything that has to do with license that you're trying to do for yourself, it's going to be extremely difficult, if not impossible, for you to get that license. It's going to be slim to none. And then there are issues with your voting rights being taken away. And there's your issue with being allowed to serve on a jury, because those are crimes of moral turpitude and because they are felonies. So you may want to discuss that with your attorney. And I can tell you also, with a felony conviction.
1612. Judge gives 2 options. State jail versus rehab. Studio microphone VO6. Climactic wrap-up. And here's the fork in the road. Gonzalez has 2 choices. Serve 200 days in state jail or go into inpatient drug treatment. No middle ground. This is the courtroom reality check. When second chances run out, you either change or you sit.